Namaste. I'm here to share the healing guidance this is healing video 2 for some of my Temple of Balance patrons, and I'll make sure this works this time. Third time lucky. So I trust that the timing of this had to be now. And I invite you to take some nice deep breaths and allow yourself to calm down. There's a beautiful, calm, gentle, quiet feeling here. There's hardly a soul in sight. It's quite warm. It feels right. So running with a similar theme to what I did in the first healing video, I've got all of your names here, the individuals that I'm connecting with. I've written your names and cut them out and put them in a little bag. So we'll pick you randomly. And in another little bag, I have some words that I was inspired to put onto paper. So I'm going to pick your name, a name out and a word, and then I'm going to connect in with you and focus on your energy. And then we're going to move down to the water's edge, and I'm going to basically throw you in, throw you into the water for cleansing, for healing, to help you let go, but also to help you step into the new, and the new that's available to you now in this moment. So take some deep breaths. And I'm just going to get started. So Chelsea Keith, you're my first person I'm connecting with today, Chelsea. Take a nice deep breath and I'll just pull a word for you. And your word, Chelsea, is bright. Bright. And just as I say that, the sun comes out a little brighter from behind the clouds. Let's take a deep breath. I feel that your light shines brighter than you realise. I feel like you leave more of an impact than you recognise. I feel that there's a unique spark about you, this brightness that you've been called to acknowledge now. For some reason I feel that a lot of the time you see yourself duller and dimmer than what you really are. So your message today and during this healing is to brighten up and recognise how bright your light is. I know there's a fine line between recognising your brightness and recognising who you are and the ego. So keep your ego in check, but acknowledge and love and recognise the bright light that you are and how much you do contribute to the world and you do contribute to other people's lives. You are much brighter than you realise. So thanks, Chelsea. Now I'm connecting with Gayle McCoy. So take a nice deep breath for me, Gayle, and I'll choose your word. Gayle, your word is healing. Healing. I see a visual of you walking two paths side by side, one foot on one path and one foot on the other, with your legs spread wide apart as you're trying to walk and juggle and manage both paths at once. Sometimes these paths widen so far that it's very difficult for you to stretch your legs right out to be on both paths at once. There feels to be, to me, at this time, separation on your path? Does there really need to be a line, a divide, cutting down the middle of your path? Or can we bring these paths together so that you're less juggling and trying to manage these two different worlds, these two different ways that you live, so we can bring them together and merge them as one? So with that, I see the center line, the divide between these paths. I see that begin to dissolve and weaken as your sense of connection to your actual path as one path grows. Your legs begin to come together. There's less stretching to try and reach both worlds, and they come together and both paths join as one. Now, because you've got the healing word here, Gayle, makes me feel that there's some healing that may be required around this separation and around these two paths that you sometimes feel you have to walk. So is there any way that you can bring them together mentally and actively in your actual life so that it becomes tangible what I've been talking about? So allow yourself to let go of the struggle and allow yourself to be all of who you are as you walk your path. Thanks, Gayle. The next person I'm connecting with is Angela Profke. Angela Profke. Hi, Angela. Take a nice deep breath. I'm just going to choose your word. Angela, your word is journey. Journey. Just take a nice deep breath. And I see a big cross in front of you, and the cross to me talks about forgiveness. Forgiving yourself for the wrongs that you feel that you've done, and allow yourself to move on and to move forward on your journey. Don't allow what happened to hold you back or bind you to the past. See if you can really let go. Let go and become more of who you are. Trust in the unfolding of your journey, Angela. It is right. Take those steps, walk those stepping stones. Feel the solid ground under your feet as you walk forward, trusting in those steps that you take and forgiving yourself along the way. Stop being so hard on you. You've done nothing wrong. You are learning just like we all are. So let it go. I trust that's helpful for you, Angela. Thank you. The next person I'm connecting with is Elaine Annette Felon. So take a deep breath for me, Elaine, and I'll choose your word. Your word is rejoice. Rejoice. And you've been guided to rejoice and celebrate who you are. Now is the time for celebration. celebration and acknowledging who you are, what you've been through, and where you're going in your life. Step forward, walk forward, and rejoice. Reunite with all parts of yourself, Elaine. There's this sense of spreading yourself thin. If you could bring all of who you are into your now, into your body, into this moment, then you would have a lot more energy to move forward and to work with. So there's this sense of like 10 parts of you that are where you're doing this and that and this and that. And I tend to be a lot like that too, as far as doing a lot of things at once. But I feel for you, Elaine, that it would be much more productive and you could get a lot more done in a better way, a healthier way, if you could bring all of you into this moment and into your body and fully participate in what you're focusing on. And rejoice, celebrate in that, knowing that you are a multi-talented, multifaceted being, that you might find it more productive and more beneficial for you to fully immerse yourself in what you're doing at the time, in the fullness of who you are. So I trust that makes sense for you, Elaine, and thank you. Next is Sherri Wendell. Sherri Wendell. And your word, Sherri, is surrender. Surrender all. I want to say surrender all that you've become. Surrender all that you are. Surrender yourself to the moment. Strip everything back. Strip yourself bare from your ideals, your beliefs, your wounds, your expectations, your assumptions of the future. Strip yourself back and surrender. I see you stripping yourself so bare that I can see you as a skeleton, and really stripping, like layers upon layers from yourself, so that you can really experience your life as rawly and honestly and purely as you can. In this moment, the real moment, this moment that counts, this moment that is. I trust that's helpful, Sherri. Thank you. And lucky last, but certainly not least, is beautiful Tami Dunn. Tami Dunn. So Tami, I'm going to pull a word for you. Your word, Tami, is embrace. Embrace. And I see you giving yourself a huge, heartfelt hug and embracing who you are. Just that little bit further, that little bit deeper. Turning your hugs back to you. Turning your kindness, your compassion that you see so beautifully in others back to you. That how you're treating others and how you wish, what you wish for others and what you want for others. I feel it would be really beneficial to be turned around and for you to see these things about you more and at a deeper level. So you're being guided to embrace yourself, embrace who you are, embrace the gifts that you are and the gifts that you bring to the world. Embrace your unique way of seeing things, your compassion, your kindness. Stop and give yourself a beautiful hug. as you dance with yourself in the fullest embrace that you can. Thanks, Tami. So I'm just going to zoom out the other way. Namaste. I'll get down on my knees. So before I take you down to the water and do some releasing with you, I want to pull a healing energy card for all of us, or all of you, at this time. So, let's have a look. Actually, I'll go up here a little bit. So I'm looking for the best card that you need to know right now at this time, especially in regards to your forward movement and what you need to know from here, especially before we throw you out into the deep end and out into the water, and after that bit of connection that you've had. So we'll go with this card. We've got male support card 14, and it talks about father-son connections and healing, that you are supported. Your inner father protects your inner child. Protection, camouflage, and family connections. So this is specifically talking about male energy, and this is the only card that I didn't illustrate, that my son actually painted, because I wanted that male aspect and that male element in the cards as well. So think about calling upon your inner male, your inner masculine, your inner father energy to help you rise up, to help you stay determined, use your willpower and your assertiveness to move forward. Also look at the male figures in your bloodline that may require some releasing, especially if that's connected with the word or what I was talking about before for you. So know that you are supported. There's a lot of flies around. It's obviously getting towards summer. Not too stinky, I trust, but it's just what happens. So just know that you're loved and supported, especially from male figures in your life. So that's what you need to know for now. So I'm going to stop this video and restart it back down on the water's edge. So I'll talk to you in just a minute. To actually a bit of a ritual. I'm going to soak you all and throw you out into the ocean. So think about using this time to release and surrender, especially anything that was talked about that has affected you or makes some sense to you at this time, or anything that wasn't mentioned that you'd like to release. So take some deep breaths and really feel yourself surrender and let go, but also turning that old stuff into the new and allowing new beginnings to sweep through into your life. So I trust you enjoy. Okay, so that's your healing time for this month, guys. I trust, or goddesses, I trust that this has been helpful for you, and I trust this has worked. If it has, then that's a miracle. Third time lucky. But I also trust that this has been the most perfect time for whatever's been needed. So thank you for your patience and thank you for your support. And if you're inspired to continue next month, then I will be connecting with you again in November. If you're watching this for the first time and you'd like to participate next month, then please have a look at my Temple of Balance Patreon page. The link's below, and see if anything there resonates with you. The healing video and the healing guidance is when you pledge $15 a month or more, then you're included in these healing videos. So thank you so much again, and I'll chat with you again soon. Remember, if this has been quite healing for you, to drink lots of water, listen to your body, and be kind and gentle to you. Thank you so much for being who you are, and I'll chat with you again soon. Lots of love from my heart to yours. Namaste.